Wow, look at this beautiful lake. If only there was some way to, like, have the camera automatically move to show the lake when walking over a bridge or something to make the scene more cinematic and stuff. Yeah. Introducing the Auto Camera plugin. A plugin lets you set up automatic camera movements to occur when a player walks onto a specific region ID. Let's get straight into it. As you can see here, there's multiple camera regions split up into multiple sections throughout all the parameters. We can use these to assign specific camera movements to occur to a specific region ID right here. So let's get straight into it. First, let's use camera region 1. Let's first set up the region we're going to use. So we'll use region 5 for this example, like that. Next, we'll set up the focus. Now there's a list of all the different types of focuses you can use, which are pretty much based on what you could do in the previous camera core plugin. For this example, we'll set the focus to player just to keep it simple. Next, it's a zoom, which is a zoom that's going to occur on that focus with the camera, same as usual. So as you recall, 1 is going to be a normal scale, greater than 1 is going to be like a zoom in, and less than 1 is going to be a zoom out like this. Let's make sure the camera zooms out by 0.8, like that. Then finally comes the duration of the camera movement. This is just a duration in which the camera moves to the new position when the player enters that new region. We'll set it something like 30, just to keep it simple. And just draw it along where you want this auto camera feature to occur. So we'll draw it all right here, maybe in a little bit right here, and some right here. So just like that. So all in this section right here, the camera will zoom out 0.8 with a focus on the player. So as you can see, here's the player's party. When we enter in the region, it zooms out just like this. And when we leave the region, it zooms back in just like that. It's very simple. As you can see, the camera just automatically moves to the region settings and stuff and just does it. Yeah, cool. Yay. Another focus you can use is an event. So we simply put event, then the event ID on the map. So for this example, event number 17. And as you can see right here, this event on top of the waterfall is going to be event ID number 17, just like that. And of course, as you can see in game, when we walk into the region, it'll focus on event number 17 just like that, and then we can just leave the region and it'll focus back on the player just like this. So yeah, there we go. Another available focus is a follower focus, allowing you to set your focus onto one of the followers in the party. Once again, one represents a new, like the first follower, second follower, and third follower, just like that. So we'll set the follower 3. And now, as you can see, when we enter into our auto region, it'll focus on Lucius, like follower number 3, and do the zoom in. Yeah, so yay, there we go. Okay, cool. Next, you can also set up a focus on a specific point, like before. So we'll focus on this square right here, which is going to be 1921. So back in our parameters, if we go to our focus, simply put the numbers. So 19, 21, just like that. So now, as you can see, when we enter into that focus region, it's going to focus on that specific coordinate until we leave the region. We should have made it a little zoom out a little bit more, but you know, it worked, and yeah, awesome. The final focus is a shift focus, which allows us to shift the focus onto some other square. So we can do shift, once again, something like 0, then maybe -2, to shift it up 2 squares. This will retain the focus on the original focus point, so for this example, the player, but move it up by 2 squares. For this example, we'll also set the zoom back to 1, just to make things simpler to understand. And as you can see here, when we enter into the zoom region, it'll shift up 2, and when we leave, it'll shift back down to the player just like that. It's that simple. There we go. Yeah. So as you can see, you can set up multiple regions to perform different types of camera motions throughout your entire game, allowing you to get a lot of different types of, things you can do. So, yeah. Back to our original example of trying to make the camera focus on the lake while we're walking, let's try to do this thing where we set it to a specific coordinate, 1921. So we'll set this to 19, 21, and we'll also set the zoom to be a little bit more zoomed out, so it makes more sense. It allows us to see the party itself, so we'll do something like that. Finally, in order to make the duration not as fast, we'll set it to maybe 70 this time. So now, as you can see here, when we enter into that region, it zooms out and shows the lake while retaining the focus on the players to a somewhat degree, then focuses back on the players when we leave the region, allowing you to create this sort of like, cinematic look while we walk across a bridge and stuff. So yeah, there we go. Now, one thing I forgot to mention was the reset duration parameter, which is just going to be the amount of frames the duration is going to reset to the player when the player leaves all regions. So as you can see, it's just by default set to 30. If at any point you want to change the reset duration, simply use the plugin command set reset duration, then the duration. So for this example, we'll set it to 100 to show a big difference. So now, as you can see, when we leave this zoom region, it'll zoom in pretty fast. When we go talk to this person right here and change the zoom reset duration thingy and go back here, first, we'll see it'll zoom out to the lake, and then when we leave, it'll slowly zoom back into the player, because the reset duration thing was made longer, so it took a longer time to do so. Now finally, let's say for example we're inside this auto camera feature like this, and we talk to an NPC or an event that changes the focus or to some degree like this. There's actually a way to set it back to the default region ID zoom thing. simply use the plugin command reset auto camera, just like this. So as you can see, interacting with this event will first reset the focus at a duration of 50, say hello, then reset the auto camera back to the current position on the current region the player is standing on. So as you can see, we walk into the region, it shifts the auto camera like this, we talk to the NPC, they shift it up and say hello, but when we're done, it shifts it back down to where it should be in the region, because we're in the region 5 and it should do that. So yeah, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed, you give this video a thumbs up, and the download to the link of the plugin is in the description, and terms of use are there too, along with the description. So yeah, please enjoy, thumbs up and stuff. Did I already say that? Leave a comment, you know, that's a good, you should do. I'm just walking through walls right now. But yeah, so that's all for now. Until next time. Yay! Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Okay.